Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we are going to crack one interesting super badge, which is nothing but our schedule flow and subflow super badge unit. So let's get started guys. So before going to this challenge, we have one such prerequisite to be completed over here, so which is nothing but auto launch done schedule flows. Let's do this first and let's go upon with our second challenge, which is our super badge. So let's launch this. And guys, this is our first challenge which is given for our auto launch done schedule flows, which we have already completed this, which is of quiz type. I'll provide all the quiz answer in our description, so do check that. Now let's get started with the second challenge now. Let's scroll down and click on launch. So we are successfully landed in our home page. In quick find, search for flow and click on flows. So it's time to follow all our description given in our challenge. So as per our description, we are going to create an auto launched flow. Click on new flow. Here we are going to select auto launched flow with no trigger. So now let's click on create. Here we are going to change layout into freeform. Click on manager. Click on new resource, and here we are going to select resource type as variable, and for API name we are going to copy it from our challenge, which is camp ID. Copy this and paste it over here. And for data type we are going to choose it as text, and let's check this checkbox which is available for input. Click on done. Hence we are going to select our second resource. Click resource type as variable, and API name, let's copy it from our challenge. So copy this camp name and paste it over here. So data type we are going to select text and check this checkbox which is available for input. Click on done. Let's do the same step for creating our third resource. Select variable, and for API name we are going to give it as camp owner. Copy this and paste it over here, and select data type as text. Click on available for input. Click on done. So as a next step we are going to create one date variable. So copy this API name and click on new resource. For resource type we are going to provide variable. For API name we are going to give it as camp start date. Data type give it as date, followed by checking available for input. Click on done. So guys, successfully we have created 4 variables over here. Let's go to our next step, which is to create a records. So copy this label. Let's click on save before going to our auto layout form. So we are going to save this flow. Click on this label, copy it and paste it over here. So API name is auto populated, and let's click on save. So let's ignore this warning and go to our auto layout form. So guys, why we are saving this is because if we are moving from freeform layout to auto layout, we will be losing all the position whichever we have done so far. So that is the reason why we are saving this flow now. And now it's a time to click on this add icon, search for create records. Click on that and label, copy this create campaign, and API name is auto populated. And for how many records to create, as per our challenge we have to give it as 1, and we need to set the record field, which is use separate resource and literal values. So let's over to this one. For object we are going to give campaign. Click on that and let's set our field values now, which is name. Click on that, followed by value, which is given over here. So child of camp name, copy this and paste it over here. Now click on add field thrice. We are going to add 3 more fields over here. So for the second field we are going to give owner ID. Click on that, and for value we are going to give it as camp owner. And for next field we are going to give it as parent ID. Click on that, and for value we are going to give it as camp ID. And for next field we are going to give it as start date, and for value we are going to give it as camp start date. Make sure that your record field value is looking something like this, and once it is done, now click on done. So as we have already saved this flow, now let's click on save directly. So you can see this warning is getting disappeared over here. Let's activate this flow as well. Click on activate. So our flow has been activated now. Let's go back to our challenge and let's check our challenge now. So yeah guys, we have done it. Let's go to our third challenge. Let's launch this in a new tab. So which is run an auto-launched flow from a custom button. And guys, here in this challenge it is clearly mentioned that without completing our previous challenge we could not able to complete this challenge. So we have already completed our second challenge hopefully. So let's take up this challenge now. For that let's go to our home page. Here we are going to click object manager and search for campaign. Click on campaign. Here we are going to choose button links and actions. Click on new button or link. For label we are going to copy this label name which is given in our challenge itself. So paste it over here. And for display type it is given as detail page button. So we are going to choose our second radio button here. And for behavior we are going to choose second before from our drop down. So click on that. And for this field type we are going to enter relative URL using create child campaign flow. So for this I have already typed it over here, the URL. So I am going to provide this in our command section. So I am just going to copy this and paste it over here. Now let's check for syntax. Click on check syntax. We don't have any error over here. And once it is done, let's click on save. And our next step is to create a lightning record pages. So let's move to our lightning record pages on our left side. Now click on new. As mentioned in our challenge it is record page, so I'm going to click record page. Click on next. And for label let's copy it from our challenge itself, so which is campaign lightning page. Copy this and paste it over here. And for object we are going to choose it as campaign. Click on next. And for this step we are going to hover clone Salesforce default page and click on campaign group view default. Click on done. So here I'm going to select this. Let's close all this pop-up. And guys, here I'm going to select campaign. So once if you click on this header you will get this upgrade now message. Click on that. And here we are going to choose migrate. Click next. So make sure that you are having campaign layout over here. Let's close this as of now. Click on upgrade now. So let's click on start from scratch. Click next. Click on finish. Let's add our action. So click on add action. So for action we are going to choose post. Click on post. Click on done. In this way let's add all our action. Now click on add action. Type file. Click on done. And our third action is our new event. click on new event, click on done, click on add action again, type new task. Let's select this new task and click on done. Let's add one more action over here, which is our new contact. Click on that and click on done. So guys, like this way we are going to add more actions over here. Make sure in the same way you have added all these actions which are listed over here. So all these should be present. After completing this, let's click on save. Let's activate this as well. Here we are going to choose assign as org default. Make sure that it is present in desktop. Click on next. Click on save. So hopefully we have completed this challenge as well. Let's go back to our challenge now and let's check it. So yeah guys, we have successfully completed this challenge as well. Let's go to our fourth challenge now, which is schedule a flow. Let's open this in new tab. Let's go to our challenge. So here we are going to create a custom field with the object name of contact. Let's go to our home page. So if we are in previous challenge, let's click on back, and here we are going to choose object manager. From here in quick find, search for contact. So once if you get contact, click on contact, fields and relationship. So here we are going to create a new field and relationship with data type as checkbox given over here. Let's copy this field label. So scroll down and select checkbox, click on next. So here in label, let's paste our copied data, and field name is auto populated. Click on next, followed by next, and click on save and new. And guys, here we are going to create one new scheduled flow. So for that, let's go to our home. So in quick find, search for flow, click on flows, click on new flow. Here we have to select schedule trigger flow. So once it is done, click on create, and here in set schedule we are going to provide start date as any date that we wish. So start time should be 1 AM and frequency as daily. Click on done. Let's set our object now. So for object we are going to choose it as contact. So click on contact, and for condition we are going to give it as logic is met, the last one, and for condition logic we are going to copy the logic which is given in our challenge itself. So copy this and paste it over here. Now it's time to set our field value, which is missing data. Type missing data over here. So click on that, and operator should be equals, and for value it is given as false. So click on false, and now click on add condition. So here we are going to give it as account ID. So choose that, and operator should be is null, and value is followed by true. And let's click on add condition thrice, and for our third field it is first name. Operator should be is null followed by value as true, and for our fourth field it is going to be the email. Operator is seasonal, and for value we are going to give it as true, and for our last field we are going to choose phone. Operator is null, and for value we are going to give true. So guys, once if all these steps are done, click on done, and let's save this flow now. So here our flow name is given as check contact fields daily. So we are going to copy that and paste it over here, and API name is auto populated. Now let's click on save, and let's ignore this warning as of now. Let's go back to our free form, and here go to manager and click on new resource. We are going to add one more text template. So for that API name is given as chatter body, so copy that. And for resource type we are going to give it as text template. API name we are going to paste that value over here, and for body it is given over here, so copy this and paste it here, followed by this. So I'll provide it in our command section, so do check that. So I'm going to type this right away. So we have given the value now. Let's click on done once it is done, and let's save this. Ignore this warning as well. Now let's go to our auto layout form, and here we are going to choose update record. So click on that element, update record, and for label we are going to paste it over here, so which is given as update contact. So copy this and paste it over here. And for condition it is given as none, always update record, so by default it was there. And for field we are going to give it as missing data followed by this value as true, so type missing data, so click on that, and for value we are going to give it as true. So once it is done, click on done, and here we are going to add one action. So from interaction we are going to choose this action. Now the action that we are going to choose it as post to chatter. So copy this and search for this action here, click on that. And for label we are going to provide this value, so copy this and paste it over here. For our message and target name we have values given here, so we are going to copy this and paste it on message. And for target name we are going to choose record followed by ID, so type record which is followed by ID, so choose ID. Once it is done, click on done. So as we have already saved this flow, we are just going to click on save and click on activate. Let's go back to our challenge and let's check it now. So yeah guys, we have successfully completed this module, which is auto launched and scheduled flows. Let's go to our main batch, which is scheduled flow and Subflow Superbadge unit. So guys, I'll post this video in our next step. So guys, hopefully we have completed all the prerequisite now for our scheduled flow and Subflow Superbadge unit. I'll post this challenge in our next video, so do check that and see you all on next video. Until then, bye bye.